Fire. It's a word that causes immediate alarm anytime it's spoken. Any fire can be dangerous, but workplace fires especially so. Workplace fires can quickly spread out of control, causing serious damage to property and loss of life. Taking proper action the first moment a fire is discovered can save lives and reduce property damage. Proper action often means sounding an alarm and evacuating according to the facility's emergency procedures. In certain situations, the proper use of a fire extinguisher can put out a small fire before it has a chance to spread, preventing property damage and minimizing the threat to human life. However, you must remember this. Just because a fire extinguisher is available does not mean you should use it. Using a fire extinguisher at the wrong time or in an improper manner can be a fatal error. The most important thing to learn about fire extinguishers is how and when to use them. Because of the safety concerns involved with using portable fire extinguishers, some companies restrict their use to certain areas or only allow use by specially designated employees. If fire extinguisher use is prohibited in your work area or you are not a designated employee, then you must follow the company's emergency plan for evacuating the facility. Do not attempt to fight a fire when you're not authorized to do so. Check with your supervisor to find out if you are allowed to use a fire extinguisher in your work area. When employees are allowed to use fire extinguishers, it is only when three very specific conditions are met. Condition 1. Only use a portable fire extinguisher on a small fire in its incipient stage. Condition 2. Only use a portable fire extinguisher when you know what type of material is burning. Condition 3. Only use a portable fire extinguisher when you have been trained and authorized to do so. Every fire needs three things: fuel, oxygen, and a heat source. Once these three elements are combined, a fire is born. The fire is always dependent on these three elements. If any one is taken away, the fire will die. Fires are most easily extinguished right after they start. Fires in this stage are referred to as incipient stage fires. Incipient stage fires are generally confined to their original point of origin and have not significantly spread to other materials. Here are two examples of incipient stage fires. This electrical fire is confined to the immediate area around this overloaded power strip, while this flammable liquid fire is confined to the area of spilled paint thinner. Quick and proper use of a portable fire extinguisher can put out these types of incipient stage fires and prevent them from spreading. Putting out incipient stage fires is precisely what portable fire extinguishers are designed to do. In fact, that is all they are designed to do. Once a fire has spread beyond its incipient stage, do not attempt to extinguish it with a portable fire extinguisher. A fire this size is too hot and spreading too fast to be controlled by a portable fire extinguisher. This is an incipient stage fire that can be controlled with the proper use of a portable fire extinguisher. This is the same fire after spreading past its incipient stage. This fire is not controllable with a portable fire extinguisher. This is an incipient stage fire. This is not. Only use portable extinguishers on incipient stage fires. When a large spreading fire is discovered, do not attempt to fight it. Sound the alarm and evacuate according to your facility's emergency plan. When evacuating, make sure all personnel have left the area and close doors and windows as you leave. Closing doors and windows will help contain the fire until the fire department arrives. When an incipient stage fire is discovered, you must know what type of material is burning before attempting to extinguish it. Fires are divided into 4 classes. It's important to understand that all extinguishers are not appropriate for each class of fire. This is an example of a Class A fire. Class A fires consist of wood, paper, cloth, rubber, or similar materials. One type of extinguisher used for Class A fires is a water-based extinguisher. To use a Class A water-based extinguisher, remove the extinguisher from the holder and pull the pin. Approach the fire to a distance of 8 to 10 feet while aiming the nozzle toward the base of the fire. To discharge the extinguisher, squeeze down on the trigger located at the top of the handle. Sweep the stream of water from side to side while concentrating the water stream onto the base of the fire. This is where the fire's fuel supply is located. Saturating a Class A fire's fuel supply with water extinguishes the fire by increasing the temperature required for combustion. In other words, wet cardboard requires much more heat to burn than dry cardboard. After the fire is out, back away slowly. Don't turn your back on the fire. Keep watch until the fire department responds. There are other extinguishers rated for Class A fires, including the multi-purpose type ABC extinguisher. Even though the extinguishing agent is different, the extinguisher works the same way. Pull the pin and approach the fire to a distance of 8 to 10 feet. Aim the nozzle at the base of the fire and squeeze the trigger to begin discharging the extinguishing agent. Sweep the nozzle from side to side to get complete coverage over the base of the fire. Class B fires are fueled by flammable liquids such as gasoline, oil, kerosene, or in this case, paint thinner. Class B fires ignite when vapors given off by the liquid come in contact with an ignition source such as a spark from static electricity. One common extinguishing agent found in Class B extinguishers is carbon dioxide. When using a Class B carbon dioxide extinguisher, the first step is to pull the pin. Next, aim the nozzle at the base of the fire and approach to a distance of 3 to 5 feet. Squeeze the trigger to discharge the extinguishing agent and sweep from side to side, being sure to cover the entire base of the fire. The carbon dioxide is discharged as a gas and smothers the fire by forcing away its oxygen. When the fire is extinguished, back away slowly, never turning your back to the fire. Keep watch until the fire department arrives. Another type of Class B extinguisher uses a dry chemical extinguishing agent to smother the fire. To use this type extinguisher, pull the pin and approach the fire to a distance of about 10 feet. Aim the nozzle at the base of the fire. Remember, the fuel feeding the fire is at its base. Discharge the extinguisher by squeezing the trigger. Sweep the nozzle from side to side. The goal is to place a layer of powder on top of the entire surface of the burning liquid. Covering only part of the burning area will not work because vapors will reignite from the area that continues to burn. Only complete coverage will extinguish the fire. Never use Class A water-based extinguishers on Class B flammable liquid fires because flammable liquids float on top of water. The water will carry the burning liquid, causing it to spread rapidly. Fires caused by electricity are classified as Type C fires. Electrical equipment such as cords, motors, tools, and other devices can become overheated and cause a fire. C-class extinguishers are rated for use on electrical fires. It's important to only use C-class extinguishers on electrical fires because the extinguishing agent is non-conductive, reducing the risk of electric shock while extinguishing the fire. C-class extinguishers use various types of agents, including dry chemical, carbon dioxide, halotron, and other agents especially made for electrical fires. Using extinguishers not designed for electrical fires on or near electricity can produce deadly results. Never use water to extinguish an electrical fire. Before attempting to extinguish an electrical fire, the electricity must be turned off. If the electricity is not turned off, the fire can reignite once the effect of the extinguisher dissipates. To use a C-class extinguisher, first pull the pin. Aim the nozzle at the base of the fire and approach to a distance of about 10 feet. To discharge the extinguisher, squeeze the trigger and sweep from side to side, covering the base of the fire evenly with the extinguishing agent. When the fire is out, back away slowly and stand watch until the fire department arrives. There are 4 common steps in the use of extinguishers for Class A, B, and C fires. These 4 steps can be remembered by using the first letter of each step. P, pull the pin. A, aim the nozzle. S, squeeze the trigger. And S, sweep from side to side. Using the word pass as a memory tool is a good way to remember these 4 steps. There is a 4th class of fire, Class D. Class D has different characteristics than A, B, and C class fires. Class D fires are fires fueled by flammable metals. Some metals, such as aluminum, titanium, beryllium, and magnesium, are flammable. Once ignited, these metals are hard to extinguish even for trained firefighters. These types of metals release oxygen as a result of the burning process and cannot be smothered. These types of metals can even burn underwater. Class D extinguishers expel a thick, waxy substance that must be built up around the burning metal until it is completely covered. This isolates the fire until it burns itself out. Unless you have special training, do not attempt to extinguish a Class D metal fire. The company has selected extinguishers rated for the most likely types of fires found in your workplace. These extinguishers are labeled for the class of fire for which they are designed. Many extinguishers are rated for more than one class of fire. Because carbon dioxide and dry chemical agents are effective on electrical fires and flammable liquid fires, many extinguishers are rated for Class B and C. However, B/C extinguishers don't work well on Class A fires because the smoldering materials will quickly reignite once the effect of the extinguisher dissipates. Many companies choose a multi-purpose extinguisher rated for Class A, B, and C fires. The time to take note of the type fire extinguishers located in your work area is now, before a fire breaks out. Keep in mind that extinguishers come in different sizes. Some work areas have small extinguishers weighing about 5 pounds, while other areas use larger extinguishers that may weigh 20 pounds or more. Try to lift the extinguisher in your work area. If the extinguisher is too heavy to lift and control properly, do not attempt to use it. No matter what type extinguisher you may use, there are some basic safety rules you need to know. Sound the alarm and make sure all personnel have begun evacuating the area before starting to extinguish the fire. This gives the fire department the shortest possible response time and allows personnel to begin evacuating should the fire get out of control. Always maintain a clear exit path behind you. Never allow the fire to get between you and the exit. An unexpected escalation of the fire or other turn of events could leave you trapped. Abandon your efforts if the smoke becomes thick or you suspect harmful fumes or other toxins may be present. If one extinguisher is not enough, do not search for another one. Evacuate immediately. When a fire extinguisher has been discharged, even partially, do not hang it back on the wall. A fire extinguisher is a life-saving piece of equipment and must be kept in good working condition. All discharged fire extinguishers must be properly inspected and recharged before being put back into service. Report any discharged extinguisher to your supervisor so proper action can be taken. Choosing to use a fire extinguisher is a decision that must be made quickly, but not hastily. You must be sure you know how to use the extinguisher. You must be certain of the material burning and the class of fire that is present. And the fire must be in its beginning stages and confined to a small area. Perhaps most importantly, you must feel comfortable fighting the fire and confident of your ability to evacuate should the fire suddenly spread or the extinguisher fail to operate. If you have any doubts about your ability to extinguish the fire, don't try it. Sound the alarm and evacuate the facility by following the company's emergency response plan. If possible, close doors and windows on your way out to contain the fire. Of course, the best way to control workplace fires is to prevent them. Following proper housekeeping practices will keep wood, paper, and other Class A combustibles away from heat sources. Proper handling and storage of flammable liquids will reduce the chances of a Class B fire, while following safe electrical work practices such as not overloading outlets and using proper overcurrent protection help to prevent Class C fires. Each day at work, we make many choices that affect our safety and that of our co-workers. Having the knowledge to make the proper choice when encountered with workplace fire is one more way we can contribute to maintaining a safe and healthy workplace for everyone. Thank you.